Good morning everyone. Our today's topic is aquatic plant. Aquatic plant means the plant that grows in water. Okay, the plant that grows in water. So these plants are of three types. Now what are they? They are fixed, free floating, fixed floating and submerged plant. Okay, free, fixed and submerged. Now let us learn one by one. The first is free floating plant. If you see the picture here on the screen, of the free floating plant, the first plant is duckweed, second is given water lettuce, and third one is water hyacinth. Now let us learn why we call them as a free floating plant. What are their characteristics? See beta, free floating plant are categorized because they are having some special properties. The first is, now look at the plant, their size is small, है ना, the size of these plant are small. Second line, these plant float on water and not rooted to the soil on the water bed. These plant flow because they are not rooted to the water bed. Water bed means to the ground, to the surface of the land. They are not fixed, their roots are not fixed. Now look at the roots of these plants, they are free, they are not fixed, nowhere they are fixed, they are free. So that's why, this is the second reason, that's why these plants are keep floating over the surface of water. And third reason, they are light and spongy. They are light and spongy. Light मतलब हल्का और spongy means their body is having some air spaces. Okay, so the space they have in the leaf, in root as well as in the stem is air filled. Okay, that is hollow inside and usually filled with air, and because of this nature they become spongy, and because of this they used to float over the surface of water. So all these things are helping the plant to remain floating on the surface of water. The very first thing we have learned is the size is small. Second, their roots are not fixed to the ground. Third, their body is spongy. Due to that, they remains light and float over the surface of water. Okay class? Now second is fixed floating plant. Now here is one picture given, water lily. Okay, water lily. So if we will talk about water lily, it is a fixed floating plant. Why we said it's a fixed floating plant? Because here in this plant, roots are fixed to the water bed. Okay, other bodies remain there in the water, but roots are fixed. That is why the name is given fixed floating plant. So the first line also says fixed floating plant are rooted to the soil on the water bed. Okay, means their roots are fixed to the bottom of pond. Second line, they have long hollow and light weighted stem. Now look at the structure of the plant, look at the stem. They are long, you can see them. They are hollow means they are not, the stems are not filled with any material inside, they are having space, अंदर से खाली होती हैं. Okay, so they are having spaces in between, so that space make their the nature of the stem is hollow. Okay, so now look at here, they have long, hollow and light weighted. Because they are hollow, they become light weighted. Okay, so they are having light weighted stem which help them to float. So this become their second reason. Third point is the leaves of this plant are broad and flat. Now look at the leaf, they are broad and flat, they are present over the surface of water. As because they are broad, they can get maximum sunlight. Okay, as because they are broad, they are exposure to sunlight, and that's why they can take more and more sunlight. Okay, one more thing about the leaf is the stomata is present on their surface only, not underside of them, but on the surface which is exposed to sunlight. So this is how the plant are easily take this sunlight as well as oxygen, this carbon dioxide, and release oxygen to the air. Okay, okay beta. Now look again. So leaves are broad and flat. This allow leaf to get enough sunlight and air. Enough sunlight is because of their broad feature, and air is because stomata is on their upper surface. Okay. Now leaves are having one more thing, that is waxy coating, and because of this waxy coating, these plant leaves are to not rot in the water. Okay, they always remain fresh even when they are floating over the surface of water. They do not rot because of waxy coating. Okay, it is given naturally to them. Then is the example, there are many example, lotus, water lily. Okay, now other part of the plant that we are categorize them as aquatic plant are submerged plant. Submerged means that remain under the water, means totally they are under the water, you can't see from the top of the water, they are not usually on the top, they are under inside the water. Okay, so submerged plant grow and remain totally under the surface of water. Okay. What are their characteristics that help them to keep under the water only? Okay, number one is the root of these plant are fixed to the pond. Now look at the plant given at the bottom, it is given tape grass. Now, if you will look carefully this plant, this is tape grass, and the roots of this plant is fixed to the base, means ground. So this do not allow the plant to move outside or to float. Second thing is size of these plants also not very big, that's why they are not coming outside. Okay, the stems are thin and flexible, and their leaves are long and tapered. Now look at the leaves of this plant, they are long and tapered. Okay, because of this nature they offer least resistance matlab रुकावट, so they don't feel any kind of resistance in the water when if there is too much waves in the water. Okay, so they do not have stomata, now but how do these plant get oxygen, carbon dioxide and give oxygen? Okay, so these plant used to take gases, that is carbon dioxide, through their body surface. Okay, so these plant are taking carbon dioxide from their body surface. Okay, and release oxygen. Now what are the sources of carbon dioxide for these plants in the water? They are underwater animals. They gives out carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide is there in the remain dissolved in the water, and that is being taken out by the body surface of tape grass like plant which is inside the water. Okay, the body surface, by their body surface they take in carbon dioxide, and in return of that they gives out oxygen. Okay, they give out oxygen. So this is how these plant help in maintain of oxygen level into the water. Okay beta, see this is the reason why you see the green plant in the aquarium. Many of time you will see the green plant there in aquarium na. So they are present in the aquarium so that they can maintain the level of oxygen for the aquatic animal. That is, you normally see the number of fishes are there in the aquarium. Okay, okay bachche, so this is the reason. Now let us read the other part. The other and the last topic of this plant is adaptation in plant for protection. Now this is something very different. Plants are adapted themselves for the protection. Normally animals are doing something for their protection, but you see plants are also doing. Okay, the number one, here are some example of plants are given, but you can find many more. Now let us learn. The very first picture of plant is given is yam plant. This plant produces a poisonous sap or a fruit. Okay, when the plant grows, it it produces some fruits, and which is very very poisonous in nature. If any animal or any human will touch it, it will start discharging that liquid which is very very poisonous. Okay, so this is the a kind of a protection for the plant, so no animal or no human can touch it so easily. So this is their feature to adapt. Okay, second is the picture of pumpkin stem. Pumpkin stem is or leaf are having very very fine hairs over it. So if any animal or any human being is going to touch the plant, it's going to have some irritation, and that irritation is causes the itchiness of the body part which is been touched to the this part of the plant. Okay, so this is called itchiness, and so this is their feature to remain protected from the animals and humans. Okay, and third is given photo of rose plant. So rose plant are remain protected because this plant are having spine over the stem. You normally have seen the rose plant, and you must have seen the spine over the stem, as well as if you look carefully the leaves of the rose plant, they are also very sharp edges. Okay, because of their sharp edges and spine, no human or no animal can take the flower so easily. So this is their way of protection. Okay, so you will see number of the plant are doing some modifications, some changes in their body so that they remain protected. So here are some example of the protection shown by the plants. Okay class, so this we have, by this we have completed our chapter. Today you will do the checkpoints, and please try to do the exercise. I'll send you the answer key in evening. Okay class, thank you, happy reading. Okay class, this is all for today.